Gay gay. It is Roland the Traveler. Man, thank you guys for tuning into the channel, man. Got a good video tonight. We're gonna talk about some things. Had to give me a sip. It is Saturday. Remember Johnny Walker? Look, I like Johnny Walker so much. I got 2 bottles of that double black. That double black hit different. But look, let's get into this video, man. The brother Omar, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. I'm really appreciating you guys, man. This means a lot to me. So look, brother Omar said, listen, do every Dominican woman have kids? Everybody I'm meeting has kids. And what's the difference between dating women in the DR and dating women in the States with kids? Can you please answer? Brother, all I could do is tell you my own personal experiences with this, man. That's what it's about. Look, what I'm about to tell you is my experience. It don't mean you're gonna have the same experience. Your experiences might be better, might be worse. I don't know. But mostly all the women that I've had in the United States since I've been older have had kids. Almost all the women. In the DR, I'm gonna say 60% of the women that I've dealt with, not talking about mangoes or whatever, I'm talking about real, authentic women you meet somewhere, meet them on dating sites or out and about, they have had kids. Now, the key differences I have realized was this. The Dominican women, that's just me, they let me just be the head automatically. I did not have any problems. I didn't even ask to be the head of some of the kids. Let me give you an example. Even the woman I'm with now, who's driving me crazy because I'm in the US right now. She's checking on me every 5 minutes like I'm doing something. Look, she has a daughter that's 9 years old. Her daughter comes to me one day. This was right before I came back. They was doing some fall thing that's coming up. And the daughter wanted me to, some of her group mates were gonna be doing some kind of dance, listening to some song. And she wanted to know how I felt about it. Now I don't know nothing about it. And she wasn't gonna do it unless I approved it. Because to her, she automatically sees me as her father, without a doubt. And so I told her, let me see your routine. She said, I don't see anything wrong with it. She felt like I had a problem with it, and she didn't even do it as a little kid. Didn't even do it. And my old lady was like, whatever you say. And look, the woman has her own job, her own money. Don't really even ask me for nothing. I just pay for the house. And the house, I drink more than what our house costs. I drink more than that. So it's all chump change. But these are things that I saw was different. Now, take the same thing in America. My situation. It's not all women. It's not all modern women. It's just who I had. I was dating a doctor. You heard me tell this story. I actually liked her. She had some qualities of a traditional woman. What I mean by that, this woman would cook all the time. She did want me to be happy. I give her that. She had 2 flaws I didn't like. Her son, she did not want the son around his dad. And I had a serious problem with that. I'm like, understand you and the dad got beef, but boys need their fathers. Because you look at a lot of the situations that we have in America that's going crazy, especially you go in the hood. The hood is void of fathers. That's why the hood is the hood. Men bring forth life. There's no life in the hood, only death and destruction. We need to push for men to definitely be back with our women, but our women are propped up by the government. This is where you have these problems. So me and her would fuss about these things a lot. Our political views, our views on this, we would fuss, and I just got tired of it. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want this boy to be around his dad? But she had a problem with the dad had married a white chick, and she just hated it. I'm like, are you still feeling him or something? What's the problem? He moved to another state. I think he moved to Denver or something. And she would not want the boy to go there and all this stuff. So when I came into her life, I have girls. I took the boy and ran with him. I mean, I showed this guy so much stuff. Anything I tried to show him that was masculine, she would fight me to the nail on it. So he had a situation in his life when he was about probably like 13. Same situation happened to me. The same thing happened to me. I'm gonna tell you my situation. No, I always got a story, man. I was living in a place called Harvey, Louisiana. That's on the west bank of New Orleans. It's on the west bank. So I walk outside one day and there's a NFL football in my yard. I'm about 14 or 13 or 14. I picked the football up and go in the house with it. I'm happy I got a new football. Maybe an hour later, somebody rang our doorbell, and this guy named Chris. He's probably like 16, and him and two other guys said, "Man, you got my football." And I'm like, "No, it's my football. It's in the yard." So all three, him and his boys, three of them out there, they said, "Man, you don't give me that football, we're gonna jump on you." And I'm like, "I ain't giving you nothing." So my stepdad can hear the emotion. The man that kind of raised me. I had two dads. That's the good thing. So my stepdad named Bruce. Bruce in there, he got a little roach in his mouth. He can see everything. You know, we come from the hood, man. So Bruce come to the door. He see the boy. He see the commotion, and he look at the guy Chris, and he say, "Look, man, what y'all want in my door?" And Chris, he like, "Man, he got my football. I'm gonna jump on him. We gonna whoop him." So my stepdad tell him, "Look, man, you want to fight him? You can fight him one-on-one. And if you beat him, I give you a football back. Y'all ain't gonna jump on him out here." And he said, "Come on." So he looked at me and said, "Go ahead." I go out there, even though I got whooped. I did. Chris whooped me up out there. Gave him his football back because we keep our word. I went in the house and I smiled. My mom come downstairs and say, "What's wrong? What's all that noise? What's going on?" My stepdad said, "It's all right." All my shirt was tore off, everything. And I was smiling, kind of scratched up a little bit. And my stepdad was smiling. He looked at me and said, "Boy, you did good. You did good. You represented yourself." This is what I feel what a man is. But America's telling you now that this is toxic. And the same thing happened with the woman out there. She's a doctor, man. And I tried to do this with her son. She said, "Oh, no, you don't tell my son this, tell my son." Now, this is going somewhere. Hear me out. So her little boy get on the hoverboard. And I've told this story before. He get on the hoverboard and he falls down and he's crying. Now, mind you, before all this, man, I put this boy in football myself, put him in little things. And he had this incident where somebody was throwing the ball to him and he landed in the yard. He takes the ball. I tried to repeat the cycle myself with him to toughen him up. The boys won't fight him out there. Same story, line to line. She comes out there. She was like, and I'm like, "Let him go ahead." She said, "No, you don't get my son involved in stuff like this." Now, there's two different philosophies. As a man, I'm telling her, like, "Mama, I got it, baby. Go in the house. Let me deal." "No, I'm his mama and daddy." She just, and I understood where she was coming from. I'm like, "You ain't got to be daddy no more. Let me do this." Now, and you know, Red Pill will say there's some simp and stuff. I'm like, "I got him," but I liked her and she liked me. I'm like, "I got it. Let me just do." She would challenge me to the end. That situation, she get a football back. He went in the house, defeated, demasculated, and I was upset with her, man. I think I went to the daiquiri shop that night. I was so upset with her that she would do that. Like, I'm like, and everything I tried to do with him, she would always interfere. So that day he was on that hoverboard, man. She had given it to him for Christmas. And this was almost New Year's when this happened. Man, it's crazy. He's coming through the kitchen on it and he falls down and he starts crying. He not even hurt and she's babying him up. And I walk in and I say, "Boy, get up. Stop acting like a girl." And I'm like, "Get up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Shake that off." And she like, "Don't you ever tell my son nothing like that." And man, look, that was it. I got up. I put my jacket on. I think I finished my beer, threw it down, walked out. And I didn't never talk to her again. This stuff was important to me because masculinity is under attack in the U.S. This is the most important thing. You know, being a person that has stayed in Dominican Republic now for a long time, when I come back over here, even though I got a better house, I got everything I want over here, I'm way more happier in the Dominican Republic because America now don't know what it wants to be. You watch a TV show, whatever you watch, it's like demasculated. Marvel movies, Thor is an idiot. Anything that happens is crazy. Anything that you watch, man. So dating women with kids, man, in America is way different than dating women in the DR. Now, I'm gonna give you some things you gotta watch out for in the DR. If that woman and man has a good connection, and let's say you're over here in the US and he's over there and he's paying her money, doing things, she's gonna sleep with him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just like, I know you might, and that's not all women, but things I've noticed, man, you dating women with kids, make sure that either you living in the DR or you about to move over there or you're bringing her with you, what I don't advise, but make sure, man, you gotta be careful because I've saw many situations that men them dated, whether it be in the States, because I tell you, I got baby mama. I got 2 baby mamas, and I remember I was sleeping with both of my baby mamas all the time, like until they got in serious relationships. And when they told me, hey, I'm with this man right now, he's a good guy, and I end up meeting him and seeing things, I never did it again because I'm not a snake like that. I keep it 100. But be careful. Man, you got to be careful. And this goes another way too. Look, I was dating a woman in the United States that had a kid. Once we got serious, I went to her baby's father myself. One day, I'm telling you, he was dropping the girl off at my house. I go to his car and say, hey man, I'm such and such. Your daughter's in safe hand with me. I have daughters. You don't have to worry about it. He respected that. He's like, man, I respect that you come out to talk to me like that. And that's how I did it. But in the DR, man, you got to be careful, man. Be careful. Don't put your all in the no woman. I don't care if it's in the United States or it's in Dominican Republic or Latin America, anywhere you are, watch yourself, man. Think smart. Don't think with just your penis, man. Think with your head. And if something don't seem right, then it's not right. And it is what it is, man. Women play games all around the world, whether the United States or the only difference I see between the Dominican Republic and United States with certain things is the system. It's the system that I hate in United States. The system messes up everything. Like one of my boys paid child support in Dominican Republic. He paid like 5,500 pesos or something, 5,000 pesos, like $88, $90 or something. That's all he pays. Where he was over here and had a baby, he paying a lot of money because I know I was paying $2,000, $3,000 a month child support and I had to fight, go through all this, even when I didn't have it, man. So hopefully this answers your question. You know, I am drinking a little bit. And, you know, brothers start drinking, start singing Troops, Spread My Wings. But look, man, hopefully I answered you, Omar, man. I am out, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Join the Blue Book Passport Cartel, man. And we are out.